video, we're just going to talk about impact, positioning, and how it can kind of give you a better concept of where you want to be at impact when you're making your golf swing. So a common problem that we'll see with golfers is when they get to impact, they've not created good angles in the wrist, the pressure and weight distribution in their feet isn't optimal for compressing the golf ball, which often leads to bad contact, whether that's fat or thin. So something I'll ask a lot of players is, can you set up to the ball and without doing a backswing, can you show me what impact looks like, or what it would look like, or what it should look like? And most players actually don't know. They'll kind of freeze for a second and they might shove their hands forward because they think, right, I need to lean the shaft, but most players don't really understand where their body needs to be at impact. So some of the things we're looking for players that have decent speed, and I'll come on to talk about like juniors and seniors later, but one of the main things would be, we obviously want shaft lean. So without doing a backswing, if we just freeze at impact, we would want the lead hand over the ball of the lead foot. We're also going to shift our pressure into the lead foot, so we move more towards the target. And then we also want to feel as though that the lead hip starts to clear and open up while the shoulders remain square and don't get too open. So looking at all those things kind of one by one, if we just simply shove the hands ahead, what's going to happen is, one of the things would be, if we shove the hands ahead without any body rotation, the club is actually going to come up off the ground, which would cause thin contact. So what players will then do to kind of fix the thin contact, they'll shove their hands ahead more and kind of lean out towards the ball, and then that causes heel strikes, and then you'll start shanking it, and we obviously don't want that. So one of the things that we need to match up with the hand lean is that body rotation, because that is going to help get the hands ahead, and it's also going to help move the pressure towards the lead foot. Because if we think of any sport, whether it's throwing, we're moving weight towards the target. If you're kicking, you're planting your foot, leaning over the ball, going towards the target, and it's the same in golf. We want to be over the ball, moving towards the target, pressure forward. So that's kind of the main things that we're looking for. If we look at juniors and senior players who don't have as much speed, so younger junior players, older players who don't have a lot of club head speed, it is completely okay if we don't have as much shaft lean. So we may play the ball a little bit further forward, less shaft lean at impact, still getting the pressure in the lead foot, because we will always want to be moving energy towards the target. But what that's going to do is, if we have less shaft lean and we don't have a lot of club head speed, it's going to help us get a good carry on the golf ball. If we don't have a lot of club head speed and lean the shaft too much, the ball isn't going to get up in the air quick enough, and then ultimately it's going to have low carry distance and you're going to lose a lot of distance overall. So we want to get the ball up in the air. For players that have adequate golf club head speed, we would want the shaft lean, because you're still going to get that backspin that enables the ball to get enough carry in the air and you'll get optimal distance. So just summing up, we want hands over the lead shoe, rotation in the lower body, pressure goes forward, and then with the irons we want our head kind of centered over the golf ball, not too far behind it, because that's going to push the pressure into the back foot. So we're here in this position. So an easy way that we can practice this, creating this impact feeling, would be simply set up normal in your normal stance and as if you're going to hit a shot. From there, don't do a backswing. We're going to rotate the hips, press the hands forward, and then push into the lead foot. And then from that position, you'll go back to normal and kind of rotate between normal and impact position a few times, just to feel how your body changes. And then after a few of those, then you'll start building up to half swings where you get back to that same position. And then eventually you'll hit some shots doing that. So from this angle, it would look like we set up, feel impact position, get back to normal, and then just try some slow half shots. getting back to that position, and see how your body feels different when you're striking the golf ball, and then kind of pay attention to each element as you do that. And as you try and practice that, gradually move it up to full swings, always going slow just so you can feel the movement. If you cannot feel the movement, you're probably going too fast, so try and slow it down. It's not about how far the ball's going when we're trying this drill, you're just trying to emulate the position that you're going to be in at impact. So give that a go if you want to clean up your impact position and strike the ball more consistently.